We are ready to jump it up at center court, and we are underway. Tip is won by Iowa, wearing the black and gold. It's a maroon out here on senior day for Minnesota, wearing the home white with maroon and gold, and that's the first three of the night for Caitlin Clark.
She really seemed pretty laid back today at shoot-around, and we're all kind of wondering what kind of a night she's going to have. She's capable of putting up 50, Cindy, so we'll see how aggressive she is to start, but that's a good sign.
She had 35 points the last time these two teams met at the end of December. Minnesota without a couple of top scorers, Mara Braun, as well as Sophie Hart, so about 30 points missing from this lineup. Shot clock low. Grace Grahalski trying to answer, can't. Long rebound, winds up with her though.
And that's what they need to do, and that's what Dawn Plitzuweit told us today at practice. She wants to see her team play really hard, and that's those extra possessions you just saw there.
Sanders kicking it to Heyer. Mallory Heyer off the mark on the triple try. Clark racing everybody down the floor, and one opportunity for number 22.
What a start for Caitlin Clark, and she's just so good in a variety of ways, and just a great job here. She's got the body control and the strength when she gets to the rim, and of course to start the game. How about to get these fans going here? Knocks down a triple to start.
Ayanna Johnson picking up her first personal foul. It's a little 6-0 run by Caitlin Clark for Iowa to start this one. And that's a traveling violation against Amaya Battle.
You've got to be able to score with Iowa, who averages over 90 points per game, tops in the country. So Minnesota's going to have to avoid drought. So far, it's struggling here.
From the logo, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 9-0 Clark run to open this ball game.
Unbelievable.
If you haven't seen Caitlin play in person, I implore that you do. What you see on TV is even more special in person as Sanders finally gets the Gophers on the board. Clark again. Somebody is in her bag.
Like somebody's trying to prove something tonight.
And with that, Coach Dawn Plitzuweit needs time when it comes to made three-point baskets, passing the sharpshooter from Ohio State, Kelsey Mitchell. Three on the way for the Gophers is good as Maggie Sinano has checked in and lights it up.
That's a good shot out of the timeout, just trying to keep this thing close early here.
Clark responding beautifully.
And you see that? That's a tough shot. Sinano's all over.
Coach Plitzuweit calling the timeout, trying to get her team organized. That ball goes out of bounds and will turn over to the Hawkeyes.
Caitlin Clark just in her element, but look at how she's closely guarded here by Sinano. That's not bad defense. That's just better offense. She creates that space for herself. Doesn't need a lot of time to pull the trigger.
Nice pass inside her best buddy. That is Kate Martin with the finish.
Kate Martin, their glue player.
Three on the way by Grahalski, off the mark, but she's there for the rebound. Another opportunity for Minnesota. Nehemiah Holloway trying to make something happen, and it winds up being a turnover. Clark whipping it down low. Molly Davis all alone.
See that court vision and the strength to use the one-handed pass the way that Clark does that.
7-0 run for Iowa. Sanders on senior night. Can't find the rim. Holloway rebound, put back, no. And chases down the rebound. Whipping it to Grahalski. Three on the way. That's wet.
Grahalski.
And that's the separator, right? We haven't seen that in the women's college game. Three on the way is good. Of course, Iowa was the preseason pick in both the media and coaches poll to win the regular season title. Clark almost coming up with a steal. That shot doesn't fall for Sinano. Another opportunity for Iowa down the floor quickly.
You know, the Big Ten tournament's going to be insane.
And Kylie Feuerbach is in the box score.
another skip pass. Just the movement, the buy-in of this team.
13-3 run for Iowa over the last 2.5 minutes. Battle. Inching toward the basket, putting it up and in, but is called for the offensive foul.
But I like the aggressiveness.
Battle, the sophomore guard out of Perkins, Minnesota. Corner three is good. Feuerbach back-to-back triples. Another 9-0 run for Iowa.
A lot of good shooters on this Hawkeye squad. They're
picking up right where they left off against Illinois. As Grholski has an answer. Nobody stopped ball. And she blows the bunny. A rare miss at the rim by Clark. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball is called, and the possession arrow is pointing at Minnesota. So Clark will get a well-deserved rest. 15 points to lead all scorers on 5 of 7 shooting from the floor and 4 of 5 from long range. Iowa's lead, the longest of the game. Battle. Bucket. Johnson, the freshman forward out of Jefferson, Wisconsin, getting a bunch of burn because of the injuries.
Minnesota doesn't have the ability to sub. They go about 10 strong in general.
So great opportunity here for Minnesota. In the trees is Holloway.
That's the way to get inside.
Getting it done.
Yeah, attack. She can be an X factor for them on the boards.
A little 6-0 run for the Gophers. 3 on the way, back iron, and Sanders is there for the run. So with Clark on the bench, Minnesota finding its offensive footing. Sanders, teardrop, you betcha.
Getting to the rim action by Sanders. Somebody that can really get downhill. They need to utilize her ability to do that tonight.
And Caitlin Clark has checked back in with a minute to go. She's finding Davis at the rim. Bottoms.
Davis has been so impressive. She's had so many under-the-radar big games.
Battle trying to get around Marshall. Kicks it out. Sanders thought about the three. Shot clock getting low. Foul away from the basketball. And it's an offensive foul. Caitlin Clark had 35 points against Minnesota last time. She's already got 15 and counting now. Kicking it. Corner three on the way. Hoop wouldn't have it, and that is how the quarter will end. Iowa on top. And how about Clark assisting or scoring on 21 points in that first quarter? She had 15 points and 3 dimes, and of course, 10-0 run in fast break points for.
And they get a lot of threes that way. That's how they make their threes. The defense is scrambling, and they find each other.
Battle off the mark. Long rebound winds up with Davis. Here comes Iowa. Try to get it into Stokey. Did Clark. Ball goes out of bounds, but it will stay with Iowa.
And there's really not a player on the floor that is not an offensive weapon for Lisa Bluder. So that's what's so huge with this team.
Davis getting it to Clark. That's another three-point basket for Caitlin Clark, her 5th of the day. Grholski trying to answer, and that's off the mark. Clark is now 2 triples shy of setting a new single-season women's record. Make it 1 shy. Caitlin Clark. Wow.
Hand in her face. It doesn't matter.
We're going to apologize to Idaho's Taylor Pierce. Her 154 in a single season, that might fall tonight. Clark behind the back, getting it to Marshall. That 3 is good. The three-point shooting, unbelievable by Clark and Iowa. It's a 9-0 run.
Good defense here. Hand in Clark's face. You see, get around. You got to be around it even quicker, but that's not bad. Getting a hand in her face. She still is not fazed by that.
Grholski tied up, has to get rid of it, and it is Clark coming up with the steal. Clark, the little hezzy, pulls it back. Whipping it to Stokey. What a pass. Battle for the rebound. Hannah comes out of there with it, trying to get it to a teammate, and a whistle blows. sophomore forward out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, is Hannah Stolke, standing 6'2". And, of course, we know she can fill it up as well, dropping a 40-piece earlier this season. She had 47, only to be up by her teammate Clark with 49.
Incredible. She's had a prolific season herself. She's been their #1 post.
And the 3 times that they've played in front of a crowd of 14,000, the one expected tonight, they've won. That's an easy whistle to blow against Holloway.
They are very cool and collected. They're disciplined. They try to stay away from social media. All of that is why they've been able to maintain such focus. It's good practice.
O'Grady just checked into the game, and she's into the box score just like that. Sanders with a head of steam. Higher, leaving it for Sanano. Shot clock very low. Higher's got a fire. Step back 3. Looks like it was partially blocked. Shot clock violation.
And they just don't have any downhill action. And they haven't been able to make any shots from the outside to spread the floor out.
Sanano will take a seat with those personal fouls. Ball goes inside, and a falter runs. Minnesota just needs to take the lid off the basket. Grahulski just short. Minnesota hasn't scored since the first quarter. And that 3 is good. Taylor McCabe just checked into the game and is in the box score.
45% three-point shooter right there as well. I mean, you go down the line, a very efficient shooting squad.
Grahulski finally breaks through for the Golden Gophers here in quarter number 2. It was a 16-0 Iowa run in this quarter.
Grahulski's been one of the best freshmen in the Big Ten, but since she's had to take more ownership with injuries, she gets everybody's best player now on her, on the scouts. It's been a little harder.
Davis brings it back out. Shot clock into single digits. Davis. Oh, push shot works. Battle. Looked like a little push, but no whistle blew, and she'll take that bucket.
Battle's going to continue to get her shots off and take what she gets.
Heat check by McCabe doesn't go. Holloway with the rebound. I like that fire from Taylor. I wonder who she got it from. Battle with a terrific move and finish. Offensive foul goes against Hannah Stolke. So with these 2 fouls, Coach Lisa Bluter doesn't want Stolke to pick up a 3rd, so Addie O'Grady will check back in, the junior center out of Aurora, Colorado. And it's that backup spot at the center position that Lisa Bluter wants to get sorted as the team approaches the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament.
Right, who will be their number 2.
Nice bucket. Gotta love the want from Grahulski. It's a little 6-0 Minnesota run.
They're one true freshman, and
oh, what a beautiful pass. Marshall with the finish, the bounce pass on the money by Clark. This is why she reminds me of Diana Taurasi. The vision and putting the ball where it needs to be.
To me, too, it's the rip your heart out mentality that Taurasi had, so I can see that as well.
Feuerbach burying the triple. It's just when Minnesota finds its offensive footing, shooting 12 of 21 from distance.
But the movement without the ball is what's really impressive, too. Just the constant cutting, the curl cuts, the reads.
Iowa is 7-3 on the road this season. All 3 of those losses coming in conference play. Shot clock low, and it's a steal by Battle. Terrific defense on Clark. Battle doesn't have numbers, gets it to Sanders. Clock is winding down. Battle recognizing, gotta get it up. Oh, I wanted that to fall because that was a nifty move, but it does not, and that is how the first half of play will end.
She's got a competitive, an ultra-competitive spirit. So she doesn't have one of her best games. You kind of got to be afraid you're going to play her the next day, and she's going to come on hot.
She is now 30 points shy of becoming the NCAA Division I men or women's all-time leading scorer. Janae Sanders at the cup. Doesn't get the fall. Clark whipping it to Hannah Stokey. And Clark is chasing a second triple-double in a row. It would be her 6th on the season. Grace Grohowski with Clark defending. Grohowski trying to kick it back out. Kate Martin was there.
And Caitlin Clark here just so good at getting the basketball up the floor, and that's what this team does. They make the pass. They don't just dribble up the court. The pass moves a lot quicker than the dribble.
It's not just the generational shooting for Clark, the long range. It's elevating everybody around her. 3 on the way. Marshall is good.
Yep. There's that confidence. It's contagious. Making shots is contagious.
Battle. Kicking it. Sanders earns a trip to the free throw line. Mom and Dad are in the house for senior day.
And if she can get some people in foul trouble, that was, of course, going into the game.
Janae, just a 67% free throw shooter on the season, gets the first one to go and makes it 2 in a row. Caitlin Clark leading all scorers with 21 points and counting. Gabbie Marshall directing traffic from the wing. The whistle blows. Caitlin Clark does not like the call.
I think it was an off-ball call here. And I'm sure the huddle at halftime for the Gophers was to just keep playing hard. And this was some off-the-ball call. But they've got to continue to take this game in increments and treat it like it's a close game. You just want to keep getting better. The youngest team in the Big Ten here.
Holloway left alone for 3 and buries the triple. Nehemiah with just her 3rd made three-pointer on the season.
Impressive.
Clark thought about the 3. Clark flips it up, gets her own rebound. You talk about padding stats. And she wanted the whistle, didn't get it. She's got 23.
She plays with such swag.
Tony, that's why she reminds me of Taurasi.
Yeah, it's Taurasi and Curry. There is a combo. I just see it.
And the elevating
a little more, maybe.
Well, maybe, yeah. But I implore people to watch Caitlin in person. What she does on television is awesome, but when you see it in person, it takes your breath away.
Yeah, nice little shimmy to the basket here, and she just sticks with it. Gets her own rebound and put back. Wants the foul.
Nehemiah Holloway picking up that personal foul. It's her 3rd, so she will take a seat. Clark, triple, splash.
Clark's deceptively strong, too. She's got muscle memory out the wazoo in terms of her shooting.
And she was making them. Battle, doesn't get the roll. And here comes Clark, chasing that triple-double. Corner 3, Marshall. Oh, that's pretty.
Nice skip pass. The way that Clark pushes the tempo, she's a ball-dominant player. She has it in her hand. She pushes the tempo and gets people the basketball.
Marshall and Clark have combined for 40. Clark's got 26. Marshall's got 14. Battle, efforting, and earns a trip to the free throw line as Clark picks up her 3rd.
To pull the trigger, but every single play, I mean, she's not even doing that much. She's just coming off the out-of-bounds play. I mean, how do you allow her to touch the ball? That's why I asked Coach Plitzuan about just some of the junk defenses. Are you going to throw anything at her? But the whole thing is, Iowa's got so many other surrounding players that can also score. When you throw a box and 1 at Clark, they step it up. We saw it in the last game.
O'Grady missing at the rim. Rebound putback is good. The falter is there. Plenty of time on the shot clock, and it's a turnover. The defense has been great for Iowa. Davis at the cup.
Another fast break point. I mean, there's so many fast break points right now.
26 of them for Iowa.
I don't think there's one.
No, there's not for Minnesota. 26-0 in the fast break point category. Sanders. That's nice. That triple falls for Janae. Just her 2nd made 3 on the season. on senior night.
That's the time to make it. She's playing with some confidence. She has nothing to lose here tonight.
And that's what's so exciting about Minnesota. This is the youngest team in the Big Ten. They only have one senior in Sanders. And they're building scar tissue, right? Because they're taking it on the chin, but it's going to make them better down the road. Gabbie Marshall with the pick and the finish. She's got 16.
Yeah, nice defense by Marshall with the intensity on that end, leading to some offense.
What a night for Gabbie Marshall. She only averages 5. She's got 16. Battle.
I mean, we talk a lot about Iowa's offense, but their defense has been terrific tonight.
Offensive foul. St. Andrews calling for it up top. It goes to Graholski. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Graholski buries the triple. The freshman out of North Prairie, Wisconsin, getting it done. She's into double figures with a dozen. Clark, the hezzy, and finish at the rim. She's got 28.
She gets bumped there, too. Johnson kind of bumped her. She just has the body control. Graholski's been the one player from Minnesota that's able to knock down threes consistently throughout the season.
And she's been hunting shots, which Coach Plitzwhite wanted to see. Nice bounce pass inside. Finish at the rim is good.
That's a tough shot right there from Ediger.
Appreciating her team, just stepped out on the floor. Her teammate, boom.
That's what Lisa Bluter said she wants moving forward, though. She wants, of course, Caitlin to keep doing Caitlin things, but other players stepping up only helps her.
Feuerbach again from long range. She's into double figures with a dozen.
She's been on fire.
Clark now has 10 assists. She's still hunting 2 rebounds for her 6th triple-double of the season and 2nd in a row. A block is called against Feuerbach.
Granted, Clark turns it over too, but she's got the ball in her hand quite a bit. That's expected.
Taking a look at the triple-double leaders all-time in Division I for the NCAA women. Sabrina Ionescu leading everybody with those 26 she put up at the University of Oregon.
Is that another reason for her to stick around to break Sabrina's record? What do you think?
Ooh, that's spicy.
Hey, we're all not sure what she'll do, but
I know the Indiana Fever want her to come out. They've got the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. Holloway hits the deck, trying to get the rebound.
You saw why she was a 2-time high school high jump player. Just gets off.
She'll get another. That was very nice. With under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of play, Caitlin Clark is a couple rebounds shy of a 2nd straight triple-double. Ball goes inside beautifully. And I tell you what, Ediger is showing out.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that #2 post. Besides Stolke, hey, maybe it's Ediger. Down the stretch they can count on.
Amaya Battle met at the rim beautifully. Clark getting it ahead. The finish is good by Abalter.
She's their winner, their competitor. She's tough. She's just kind of brought all their heart to the program, and so not having her, you're losing almost 20 points a game right there. Plus,
and
Sophie Hart.
Yeah, 10 points a game from Sophie Hart. She's the 2nd leading rebounder, and for me, it's Hart's size, 6'5". There's no rim protection either. Graholski off on the triple try, and Clark has done it. The triple-double is true. She's got 2 in a row, 6 on the season, and another bucket. It's a 30-piece.
She makes it look easy, but it's not an easy thing to do. You just cannot say it enough how special she is.
The WNBA announcing today that it will hold the draft at the Brooklyn Academy of Music Monday, April 15th, and the Fever have the top pick.
And Caitlin Clark here, the triple-double on the rebound, and then she's going 90 feet, guys, 90 feet to the rim. How do you not pick her up and let her go the full length of the court?
Battle off glass. That's pretty. She's got 14. That stopped a little 6-0 run by Iowa. The Hawkeyes in control as the third quarter winds down. Shot clock is off. Clark dancing. Gets tied up, trying to direct traffic. 3 on the way. Rebound winds up on the floor. There's still time. Feuerbach earning a trip to the free throw line before time expires.
Great hustle there.
Nehemiah Holloway picking up her 4th personal foul. Feuerbach now has 13 points. 8/10. It's good if it goes. Oh, so close by Gromolski.
And get rich off of that.
Right? 4th quarter is underway. Clark has the triple-double in the bag.
She's been unreal. I mean, just in the zone. And she doesn't come out of the game.
Hannah Stolke off glass.
Stolke's a really good player, too, in her own right.
Makes me sad that Maya's career was short. That 3 is good by Battle. Caitlin Clark getting the party started with a personal 12-0 run. That ball a little too tall for Molly Davis. So Minnesota will go back to work on the offensive end. We are a week away from the Big Ten tournament starting right here in Minneapolis at the Target Center. Gromolski can't get that one to go. AJ rebound putback is good. Ayanna Johnson getting it done.
It should be a fun tournament, a real competitive one as always.
And it's already sold out to absolutely no one's surprise. Davis triple. That drops. AJ spinning. Can't get the roll. Kate Davis is there for the rebound. Gets it to her best friend, Caitlin Clark. And here come the Hawkeyes. Davis, pump fake. Getting it back to Clark. Oh, she thought about pulling the trigger and pulls it back out. Clark attacking. Bouncing beautifully to Stolke. What an assist! Chelsea Gray does that with regularity.
It's the bounce pass, too, that isn't used enough.
Yes.
I think that would be useful. It really falls under the radar in its usage.
Nice take by Sanders. Possible UConn and Paige Becker's matchup. Oh,
I'm not sure anyone wants to face her or her. That's what sells the tickets right there. Just her game is so special offensively.
Sanders earning another 10 rebounds and a dozen dimes as she has put together back-to-back triple-doubles and has 6 now on the season. Sanders getting the first free throw to go. She's got 15 points and is looking for more. And here come the Hawkeyes. Davis running the show. That 3 splashes home, and that's 19 made triples for the Hawkeyes as McCabe has showed up and showed out.
You made a good point before the game, Cindy. We don't see too many mid-range shots from this team.
No, it's lands or it is threes. It reminds me of Utah.
Yeah, that's it.
The Utes have wins against 4 top 10 teams this season, and they do it without a mid-range game.
It's bizarre to me. I mean, that's modern style basketball, I suppose, but I'm still a fan of the mid-range.
Oh, yeah.
It has become the norm with some teams.
Battle's got 19, and the Hawkeyes are sitting on 99. Check that, 18 for Battle. 3 on the way, McCabe back to back, and she puts the Hawkeyes over the century mark.
You make this many threes, you keep taking them threes.
McCabe's got 9. Sanders, corner, 3. And Feuerbach is there for the weak side rebound. And now Lisa Gluter wants to take a timeout to talk to her group.
In the game for the Hawkeyes, number 23,
Caitlin Clark's career milestones presented by State Farm. The list is as long as your arm, Julianne.
It really is. I mean, look at this. You just look at it, and it leaves you in awe because it just shows you what a complete player she is. She does it all.
So,
Rebounds, passing.
what do you think? Does she leave college for the WNBA?
You know, you and I both think it's a strong possibility. You know, I mean, I do. I think it's a strong possibility. Now, do we know for sure it's a vibe, baby?
I will have whatever McCabe is having.
But I'm not going to say
back-to-back triples. She's into double figures with a dozen.
You know what I think with Caitlin Clark? She'll be happy to go to the next level and to put these kinds of performances at the next level as another just level of competition. And she'll be happy here, too, continuing to just grow her brand.
Amiata Z. Winning that bucket to fall. The Golden Gopher bench loving it. Less than a minute to go. McCabe. She is locked in. McCabe now with 15 points.
What a game for McCabe. Just, she's been all over the floor. The way that they can spread the floor out and play such free basketball. There's so much spacing available.
The sophomore just 3 points shy of her career high. She only had 5 against Minnesota the last time. Ball stays with the Golden Gophers. That shot off the mark, and another opportunity for Iowa. 100 to 8 to 60 is the count, and the Hawkeyes will just dribble it out as they bounce Minnesota for a 10th straight time. It's the first 2-game win streak for Iowa since early February, improving to 14-3 in Big Ten play.